Today we are going to discuss second chapter of real analysis, sequences of real numbers. Okay, second chapter, sequences of real number. Sequences of real numbers. What is meant by sequence? Definition: sequence. This is the second chapter of real analysis. Okay. Definition: what is meant by sequence? Sequence means a collection of real numbers. Okay, collection of real numbers which is arranged in some definite rule. Okay, means any set. Set means which is a set means a set which is a object which is defined well object which according to some definite rule. Similarly, sequence means a collection of real numbers. Okay, sequence means a collection of real numbers which is arranged by some definite rule. Okay, a sequence of real number. A sequence of real number is a collection of real numbers. Is a collection of real numbers. Sequence means a sequence of real number is a collection of real numbers arranged according to some definite rule. Okay, arranged according to some definite rule, and it is denoted as and sequence is denoted by SN, S suffix n, or in curly bracket SN, where n runs from 1 to infinity, or which is written in the form of SN. Okay, for example, suppose sequence n is equal to 2n minus 1, where n runs from 1 to infinity, means elements of Sn is of the form of, when n is equal to 1, then 2 minus 1 is 1. This is one real number. If n is equal to 2, then 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. In this way, if n is equal to 3, then 6 minus 1 is 5, in up to so on. Means Sn is a collection of real numbers. Sn sequence is denoted by Sn. Okay, and this Sn is a collection of real numbers arranged according to some definite rule. Okay, so this is definition of, and which is denoted as the bracket Sn, or curly bracket Sn runs from 1 to infinity, or in this form, which is notation of, this is notation of sequence. Okay, then a sequence S is equal to, suppose that Sn runs from 1 to infinity of real numbers is a function from real numbers, is a function from set of positive integers, function from I means index set of positive integer. I means set of positive integer to the set R, means set of real number. Sequence Sn is a function from or set of positive integer to set of real number. Okay, that is means S is equal to I to R, where elements of S I index set is started from 1. Okay, then S is applied on that element, S of 1. This is the first element. S of 1 means S1. Okay, s of 1 means s1. This is first element of this is first term or first element of first term of sequence sn. Okay, then second integer is 2. Okay, then their value is this is s2, this is second term. Okay, similarly in this way s of n is equal to sn. This is nth term of sequence. In this way, where n is running from 1 to infinity, then infinite term of given sequence. Okay, in this way sequence is a function from set of positive integer to r, and their element is of the form of s1 s2 to sn. Okay, so for example again, sn is equal to sequence sn is equal to n square, where n runs from 1 to infinity. Then members of or elements of sn are elements of sequence snr which contains set. If n is equal to 1, if n is equal to put n is equal to 1 in n square, then their value is 1. If n is equal to put 2, n is equal to 2, n runs from 1 to infinity means 1 to up to so on infinity. Okay, putting their value in n square, then their value is, if n is equal to 2, their value is 4. If n is equal to 3, then their value is 9. N is equal to 4, then their value is 16, and continue in this way. Okay, this is a set of all square of all positive integer. Okay, in this form. Okay, this is called sequence, and sequence is a contains element of the form of given means sequence means according to some definite rule. Okay, here rule is defined n square, then elements of sn is of the form of square of each element 1, 4, 19, 16, 25, 36 in this way. Okay, this is called sequence. Then next definition is subsequence. Next definition, this is called sequence, then subsequence. Subsequence means is a function from set of integer to sequence n, means n is sequence or subsequence. A subsequence set of natural number of n runs from 1 to infinity. This given sequence is a function from set of positive integer I into set of positive integer I, such that n of I is less than n of j. For all, if I is less than j, means for all ij, if I is less than j, then n of I is less than n of j, where I and j belongs to set of positive integer I. This is called subsequence. Suppose that sn is equal to 1, 3, 5 up to so on 7, 9. In this way is a sequence. Then subsequence sn. Then their subsequence. Suppose that their notation. Suppose that sn1. Okay. Then sn1 is a subsequence of which is 1, 5, then 7, 9, and in this way which contains element of this sequence. Okay, where n of I is less than n of j. A subsequence n of sequence n is a function from I into I, such that n of I is less than n of j. Okay, means element contain here n of 3 is 5, and this element is less than n of 5. Okay, this is fifth element of this sequence 1 2 3 4 5. This is fifth element of Sn. Then here which contains element of the form elements of Sn. Then Sn1 is subsequence of Sn. Or another example is, suppose that Sn is equal to -1 raised to n. Okay, -1 raised to n, where n runs from 1 to infinity. Then subsequence Sn1 is equal to, this is elements of the form of suppose that if n is equal to 1, then -1. If n is equal to 2, then 1, -1, 1, -1, +1, and so on. This Sn is contains element of the form of -1 1, -1 1. Then their first sequence is, suppose, which contains all positive integers 1 1 up to so on, and Sn2 is a second sequence which contains all negative number -1 -1 and so on. If their combination is Sn. Okay, so in this way this is Sn1 and Sn2 are subsequence of given sequence Sn. Okay, then next definition is a composite function or composite sequence. Okay, next definition, if S is equal to sequence Sn, n runs from 1 to infinity, is a sequence of real number, suppose that this is a sequence of real number, and suppose that any other sequence, choose n is equal to, okay, their notation, suppose that n, okay, n, where n runs from 1 to infinity, is a subsequence of positive integers, then the composite function, S composition n is called subsequences of n, subsequences of S, means here S given this sequence and n is given, this is subsequence of S, then this S composition n is called subsequence of S. Okay, and their value is, suppose for I belongs to set of positive integer I, n of I is equal to ni, because here n is equal to sequence n, then n of I is equal to ni, means ith element of given sequence n. Okay, then S composition of n of I is equal to S of n of I, and this is can be written in the form of S of I. Okay, and this is written in the form of Sn I, this which implies that S composition n of I is equal to Sni is ith element of subsequence of S composition n. This is called ith element of subsequence of Sn. Okay, this is a definition of composite function. Then example, suppose that first example, suppose that let sequence Sn n runs from 1 to infinity, be defined by S1 is equal to their first element, S1 is equal to 1. Okay, then S2 is also 1. Okay, then Sn plus 1, Sn plus 1 is equal to Sn plus Sn minus 1. Here depended by S1 is equal to 1, S2 is equal to 1. Sn plus 1 is equal to Sn plus Sn minus 1, where n runs from 2, here 3, 4 up to so on. Okay, n runs from 3 to so on. Find S8. Find S8. How to finding 8th element of given sequence? So this sequence is called Fibonacci sequence. This sequence is called Fibonacci sequence, or the number of Sn are called Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence. Okay, this is called Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence means this sequence is started from Fibonacci sequence is started from 0 or 1. Started from 0 and 1. Here this sequence is started from 0, 1. Okay, means their element is 0. First element is 0. Then S2 means here put n is equal to 1, then S2 is equal to S0. If started from 0, then 0. Second element is 1. Third element is 0, 1. Then third element is S3. S3 is equal to put S2 plus S1. S2 is 1, S2, and there S0 is 1. Okay, then S3, here 3, S4. S3 is 1 plus 1, 2. S4 is 2 plus 1, 3. Then 2 plus 3 is 5. Means addition of previous two elements. Okay, next element is addition of previous two elements. Their element is 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Then 8 plus 13, and in this way. Here also 1, S2 is 1. Then S3 is 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, in this way this is called Fibonacci sequence. So we have to find S8, means 8 element of given sequence. Okay, using this result, using this all. Okay, solution. We have S1 is equal to 1, and S2 is also is equal to 1. Then and Sn plus 1 is equal to, here given Sn plus Sn minus 1, means n plus 1th element of given sequence is equal to previous two elements. Sum of previous two elements means Sn plus Sn minus 1. Thus for S8 is equal to, using this formula, S8 is when S8 is equal to previous sum of previous two elements, means S7 plus S6. Okay, if put n is equal to 7, then S8 is equal to S7 plus S7 minus 1, S6. Okay, because S7 plus 1 is equal to S7 minus 1. Okay, but value of S7, using again this formula, value of S7 is equal to S6 plus S5. Okay, S7 is equal to S6 plus S5. So here S6 plus S5 plus S6. Okay, using formula, this formula using, then S8 is equal to S6 plus S5 plus S6, which imply that 2S6 plus S5. Okay, 2S6 plus S5. Okay, again use above result, again use result. Sn plus 1 is equal to Sn plus Sn minus 1. Here S6, put S6 value of S6 is S5 plus S4. Okay, plus S5 here given. Therefore 2S5 plus 2S4 plus S5, which implies that 2 plus 1 3S5 plus 2S4. Okay, again put the value of S5, because S5, S3, S2, S6, S7, their value are not given. Okay, so here by using this result, here only value are given S1 and S2. So by using S1 and S2 to finding S8, so here to use the formula of Sn plus 1, Sn plus Sn minus 1, using this formula to finding the value of S8. Okay, so again put value of S5. Value of S5 is S4 plus S3. Okay, therefore putting their value S4 plus S3 plus 2S4. Okay, therefore 3S4 plus 2S4 is 5S4 plus 3S3. Again put value of S4. Value of S4 is S3 plus S2. Okay, then 5 S3 plus S2 plus 3S3. Okay, 5 plus 3 8S3 plus 5S2. Okay, also yes, value of S3 is not given, so again put value of S3. Value of S3 is S2 plus S1. So using 8S2 plus S1 plus 5S2. Okay, therefore 8S2 plus 5 13S2 plus 8S1. 8, this is yes, 8S1, which implies that here value of S1 is also given. Value of S1, put the value of S1 and S2. Here value of S1 is equal to 1 and value of S2 is equal also 1. So putting these values, 13 value of S2 is equal to 1 plus 8 into value of is equal to 13 plus 8 21. Okay, and therefore value of S8 is a 21, means 8 element of given sequence is 21. Okay, this is called Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence means the next element is the sum of previous two elements. Okay, Fibonacci sequence means next element is equal to sum of previous two elements. So using this formula, Sn means Sn plus 1th element is equal to nth element of Sn plus n minus 1th element of Sn. So how to finding given sequence? Okay, this is a one example of sequence.